Hello gamers, and welcome back to Solo Spelunking, where tonight I will continue my Cairn solo RPG series, where I play the adventure Reavers of Harkenwold. And we will jump right back into the action with me reading from the journal of Vincent de Vega. The journey back to Torshold was long and hard, given my current condition. Every step of the way was a feat of pure willpower. After seemingly unending hours of pain, I reached the outskirts of Torshold, where I was greeted by 3 homesteader women. Great was their despair as they learned that their valued leader, Brent Thorson, would not be coming back. Much to my despair, I learned that Tamara and Milbrit also didn't make it back. I was the sole survivor of this dreadful expedition, and I'm in no shape to carry on the fight at the moment. Thankfully, a healer and herbalist is visiting at the moment. He tended to my wounds. Alright, so that was a short recap. So Vincent de Vega is resting at the Torshold community in a homestead, and he's got some healing salves on his wounds, and he is the healer. He ordered strict bed rest, and so he needs to rest, and I decided that he will need 3 full days of bed rest to recover fully, which is of course a little faster than what the Cairn rules detail, but this is heroic Cairn, and I don't want my characters to be out of the fight for too long, so I'm ruling that he will need 3 complete days of bed rest. And I will roll 1d6 for each day to see if something bad happens in the form of an Iron Circle patrol paying a visit, because the adventure description states that the Bullywugs were in some form of loose alliance with the Iron Circle to basically harass the people of Torshold and to keep them busy and to keep them from joining the rebellion or from rebelling. And so it might be that the Iron Circle caught wind of our little endeavor in the caves, and that they might send somebody or a patrol to harass the villagers or to see what was causing all the trouble. So hopefully they will not show up. I will roll for those 3 days all at once, and if I roll any one, something will happen. And of course I did. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so let's see on which day they come. I'm rolling a d3. First, second, third day. This could be important so that I know what my health status is. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the second day, so I rule that I regenerate or regain 3 points of strength every day. So I regained 3 points for the first day, bringing me to 4 because I was down at 1 strength. And alright, let's say for the second day I get another 1. So let's make it 5 strength because they arrive at around noon or shortly in the afternoon. So I got 5 points of strength. However, I got a very good amount of hit protection, 13 points, because I'm veteran of a few hard battles, having suffered 2 permanent scars that tell the story of my exploits. So around noon on the second day, homesteader woman, she runs up into the room where I'm resting. Please come quickly, the Iron Circle, they're here and they're harassing the people. you gotta help us. Our Bren Thorson's brother, the second eldest of the Thorson clan, he's out hunting with a few other men. Please help us. I'll see what I can do. All right, so I get out of bed, quickly grab my basic gear. So I put on my adventurous belt, my breastplate, and take longsword and dagger. The rest I leave in the room. And yeah, I head out with a woman to meet those Iron Circle brigands. And they, let's say we take 49 and 50. All right, 49 and 50 at the market square. Here at the market square, an Iron Circle warrior in plate armor, together with an Iron Circle squad sergeant, Iron Circle squad sergeant, so here you can see the Iron Circle squad sergeant. It's a female hobgoblin, I guess. Or no, bugbear, I don't know, some sort of goblinoid creature. But from the shapes, definitely female, long sword, green cloak. But in this case, let's assume it's a black cloak with the Iron Circle emblem. And this is yeah, one of her bodyguards. And there's also another one, another Iron Circle yeah, ex-warrior that is also with them. And they are pretty loud and address the public. We demand to see who from this community went to attack the Ballywugs at the Todmallow Caverns. You've got 5 minutes to bring forth the one or the persons, the few responsible for this deed. If you do not comply, we will execute one of you every 5 minutes on this square. And we will start with you. And she points, she's got a deep voice, she points at a bystander, and the ex-warrior grabs a helpless civilian. Let me get one. A helpless civilian, her. No, no, please, and drags her in front of this fountain, ready to bring her to her knees to decapitate her with his large axe. So you got 5 minutes. All right, and at this point in time, we so Vincent and the village woman, we arrive at the market square. All right, and I quickly assess the situation, and I whisper, "Don't worry, I'll do something about it. Quick, keep stalling, keep distracting. I'll try to ambush them, to sneak around." Okay, so they haven't seen me yet, so I want to use this distraction to sneak around here behind these houses and market stalls, to get behind here, to then charge up on the leader and to maybe kill her with one swift stroke, therefore yeah, intimidating the others, or even attract their attention so that they leave the villager alone and focus their attention on me. So this is the plan. Alright, so I sneak back here. No, I sneak back till here. And then I will see, or I have to see, if my attempts are noticed. So I will roll a dexterity save. But I don't have stealth. I got deception, persuasion, and sleight of hand. But this is not the deception in the sneaky sense, but more in the talking sense. So it won't help me. But still, I got 11. So I got a pretty good chance. But what I will also do, because I need some some success moments maybe, I will grant myself advantage, not because I want to cheat, because all of their attention is focused on the crowd, and they're also pretty loud and shouting, and the crowd is also unruly because they're of course afraid, so they don't really pay too much attention to what's going on behind them. They're pretty overconfident. So I might be lucky and be able to sneak up on them. We will see. So it is a dexterity save with advantage, and I will roll up here so that you can see it. Come on. 12 and 15, and of course my dexterity is 11. So while I am sneaking up on them, I was just about to charge as I stumble over a pottery vase, and which was on the ground here, and I kick it over, and it shatters and makes a noise, and that noise is loud enough for those to turn around and discover me while I am about to start my charge. So now I need to make a dexterity save to see if I am able to act this first combat round. Yes, I am. All right, thank God. So I am lucky and managed to act. So even though I don't have a surprise moment or surprise round, I can charge up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares and use both of my attacks to attack this lieutenant or sergeant. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And while I'm charging up, I shout, "Pick on someone your own size, you cowards!" And I attack with all my might, with my longsword, D8, with my dagger, D6. And I need stats for the Iron Circle, Brigands, and characters. Alright, so let's take my trusty digital pad again, and let's do this. So the sergeant, she is, let's say, level 3, so she's got a hit protection of 6, but only a damage reduction of 1 because she's only wearing light leather armor. And she also has from her picture a longsword and a dagger, so she also does D8 plus D6 damage. Alright, and she's got a strength of 10, only average strength. So then we have the Plate Warrior, let's call him that. Plate Warrior. He's level 2, so he's got a hit protection of 5, but a damage reduction of 3 because he's got plate armor and shield. He only attacks with the scimitar, so he has d6, but he's got a strength of 12 because he needs to be tough because of his heavy armor that he's wearing. And the X Warrior, let me take a quick look. He seems to have some sort of half plate armor. Alright, so it's the XW, and he's got also a hit protection of 5, but it's only very partial. I give him a damage reduction of 1 only, but with his two-handed axe he deals d10 points of damage, and he's also got a strength of 12 because he's got such a bad and mean weapon. So these are the stats. So, and I walk up and I attack the sergeant. Come on now, give me a good roll. And I can't believe it. Look at this. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, but it's Snake Eyes, double 1. How can I be so unlucky? It's a double 1 and she's got damage reduction 1, so no damage. But thank God, my last hope is my Frayed Eye, an additional chance to deal damage. So my Frayed Eye is the purple one. Very desperate. Come on, this can't be happening. Damn. 5. Alright, thanks. Alright, but not enough. Alright, so damage reduction 1. So this is 4 points of damage. So she's got a hit protection left of 2. 2 hit protection left. Yeah, and that was it for my turn. But thanks to the gang up rules, I might still have a chance, because I will do it right this time. So she will attack, he will attack, and this guy will also move up and then attack. So it's a bunch of dice that are about to hit me. It's a d10 for the X. It is a d6 for the scimitar, and another d6, and a d8 for the sergeant longsword dagger, but I only use the highest result from all of these. Oh, damn, now I lost one. Ah, damn it. What did I lose? A d6. Alright, let me get another d6 in here. Alright, and zack. What do we have? Oh, a 4. That's good. I got a damage reduction of 2. So that's only 2 points of damage that I take, or not take. I avoid it thanks to my hit protection. So it's 2, so I'm down at 11. So, yeah. It could have been worse. But now I still have those 3 opponents. But I hope all my bad luck has run out, so that I'm lucky now. So I'm using d8 and d6 first for longsword dagger, and I'm still targeting the sergeant. Yes, 3 and 5. So I take the 5, which is reduced by 1, which is 4 points. So she is at hit protection 0 and loses 2 points of strength, 8, triggering a critical damage save. And She fails. Yes, for once I am lucky. So, yeah. I, as a whirlwind, or like a whirlwind, duck and weave between them, parry one of her blows, feint to give myself an opening, and then thrust my dagger into her belly. And she goes down. But now I still got my frayed eye. And I will use my frayed eye, which is not rolled with the attacks because it's an additional opportunity to cause damage. Otherwise it wouldn't be very heroic. To attack the X guy because he deals a lot of damage. I want to get him out pretty quick. So let's give me a good roll. That's not a good roll. 3 reduced by 1 is 2. So that brings his hit protection down to 3. And that was my turn. But I took off some damage dice. So it's only now a d10 and a d6. I took out the d8 and d6, which is not too bad. But of course it's 6 reduced by 2 is 4, which brings me to 7 hit protection. Alright, but those are these guys. They're done. Now it's my turn again. I focus all my efforts on the ex-warrior. So first d8 and d6 as we engage in our deadly blade dance. Yes! 7! And the ex-warrior, he's got damage reduction 1, which is 6, and he only has 3 hit protection left. So that's 3 and 3 points of strength damage, bringing him to 9, but more importantly, triggering a critical damage save. And he fails! Yes! Alright, and now I just, I'm in some sort of frenzied rage. I have a tunnel vision. I blend out all of my surroundings and just focus my energy on this battle at hand. Yeah, fueled by the memories of my fallen comrades, and I'll slice and dice him. And now I still got my frayed eye, which I will use to deal damage to the Blade Warrior. Alright, and that is 6 also, yes! So this is reduced by 3 to 3. So he is down to 2 points of hit protection. So he gets his shield up and manages to intercept my blow in the last second. He's pushed back a little. I keep my momentum and advance, but now it's his turn to retaliate, and he will try to hit me or cause damage. 3, which is reduced by 2 to 1, which brings my hit protection down to 6. I grit my teeth. I can feel that I'm still hurting, but I got a good feeling about this, that this is finally it for him. And I will, so he activated also, so I will now attack again with my two-handed fighting style. 3 and 4, so I take the 4, which is reduced by 3 to 1. So he's got 1 point of hit protection still left. But yeah, I do not manage to get past his defenses yet, but I have not used my frayed eye. I will use my frayed eye now. Five, reduced by 3 to 2. So this is 1 point of hit protection gone and 1 point of strength gone. Strength 11, triggering a critical damage save. Ah, but he makes it. All right. So I managed to wound him. I see some blood running underneath, coming from underneath his armor, running through some armor cracks. But now it's his turn. Guess I mixed this up because never mind. They were only so now it's his turn, and he will attack. And he is weakened now because he already took damage and he's bleeding so easily. I parry the blow, so it is reduced to 0 by my damage reduction. So cinematically, I make a casual step back and parry the blow, and taunt him. That all you got, Ken man? And then I attack with my two-bladed fighting style. 6. Reduced to 3, which brings his strength down to 8 and triggers another save. But he makes it. He makes it with a 2. So now it is Friday time. Yeah, 4 is reduced to 1, so still 1 point and another save. So this Freda is actually now saving my skin, but this is the purpose of it if I want to stand up against 3 all by myself. Yeah, and now he fails. So finally, I kick him, or I kick at his knee to bring him down, and with my one hand I slightly pull up his head, and with my dagger I run it through his throat. And just now, as I'm standing in between these dead bodies, I start to calm down, to breathe. The villagers, they look at me in awe. They are on the one hand relieved and also happy that I ended this menace, but probably also fearful of possible retribution. This will probably not go unnoticed or unpunished. So now we quickly need to end this Iron Circle rule, I guess. But yeah, all right. So I take a deep breath, take a short rest, and put away my weapons. Look at the villagers. Quick, quick! Get rid of the bodies. Hide the bodies. And then I guess I gotta say something. But first, quick, get rid of the bodies, hide them, and then gather here. I have a proposal to make. All right. So yeah, the villagers, they a couple of strong farmers, they drag away the bodies. Wait, before you do this, let me search them. Maybe they have some sort of, I don't know, orders, letters, instructions that might give us some clues. Maybe a map to some hidden Iron Circle camps, or maybe even valuables, which I'm more than happy to share and split with your community, because of our actions, of my actions, you also suffered. So let's see if they got any valuables first. All right, so I'm ruling that they have 3d10 gold pieces, so everybody has 1d10 d10 gold pieces. Because I'm also broke. right, so that's 3, 4, 5, that's 9. All right, so that's not a lot. I take 3 gold just to pay for some room and board, and I leave the other 6 to the villagers. And now I need to see if they have indeed some useful information. And yeah, I'll give it a 50-50 chance. Oh, 68, of course not. So no useful informations, no written orders or dossiers or whatever. So nothing. But yeah, I give the 6 gold. I'll give to the second oldest son of the Torsons, which now would be the next in command to provide ruling and guidance to this desperate community. And yeah, now they will just hide the bodies. Oh, thank you so much for saving me. She's very grateful. No problem. It was because of me that you were in this situation in the first place. All right. And then I wait for the villagers to gather. And just for fluff, let's get some. Here we got a merchant. Here we got, let's see, what else do we need here? Yeah. So some villagers gather at the market square, and they look at me anxiously and want to hear what I got to say. All right, people of Torsold, listen up. I know these are trying times. You just have lost your community leader and 2 of your very capable people with Tamara and Milbrit. And I can't really guarantee your safety here. So my proposal is this. You pack up all your most valued belongings. You lock your doors, bar your houses, and we meet here, and we together, we form a track, and we walk to Albridge and gather there and rejoin with Dargarmath and his people. I know the Ballywag threat is still not neutralized. And yes, I know that while you are away, they might, I don't know, destroy your crops or pillage or maybe even burn down your village. But after the last events, the events from the last couple of days, I think things are heating up here in Harkenwold, and I think the Iron Circle will be back. And I don't think we have another choice than to join the rebellion at Albridge, to join Dargarmath, and see if we together can put an end to this menace. And once the Iron Circle is gone, we will deal with the rest, the Ballywags, and what other threats are threatening your community. So this was my inspiring speech. Let's make a persuasion save. So a willpower save, but I will use my persuasion skill, which gives me a +2. So I have an effective willpower for 11 for this save. And let's see if I was very convincing. Please give me a good roll. Yes. on the point. 11 out of 11, but that's all right. So I pass. Well, not with flying colors, but I do pass. So there's some discussions among the villagers. Some seem not convinced. No, we can't do this. How? I got a small child. How should I make the trek? Don't worry, we will help you. We will assist you. We are stronger together. Yeah, I think he's right. So there's some discussion going on, and I look to the Thorson next in line, who in return looks at me. Pretty good speech. You could have warned me before you tried to convince my community to evacuate, but I tend to agree with you. You're right. I mean, our hands here were tied fighting the bullywugs, and with things heating up now, I think it is our best choice to band together now. All right, so then it's settled. So it was almost midday when the Iron Circle troops or patrol arrived. So everybody, you got an hour. You got an hour to pack everything up, to gather your most valuables, take some food, take water, take 1 or 2 rations. We don't need more. It's only, maybe a 6-hour walk to Albridge. We should make it by nightfall. We will avoid the well-traveled roads to not draw attention to us, and we will make it to Albridge. So we will meet here again in 1 hour. All right. So yeah, they disperse. The crowd disperses, and they start gathering and packing up their resources and not resources. Valuables. All right. So let's see, while they're packing up their stuff, how long we indeed really need. And again, I will bring up the map so that you can see better. So this is the Threshold community, and this is Albridge, and we will avoid these trails because there might be checkpoints or patrols. So we will just head straight over there. So I take my measuring stick, see if that's the right one. Yes, 10 miles. So from Threshold to Albridge, it's 10 miles. So 3 miles, no, 2.5 miles. So let's say we only make 1.5 miles an hour over land with all the elderly and small kids and whatever. So yeah, so it's a 6.5 hour trek. Yeah, 6 hours would be 9 miles, and then another mile, half an hour. Yeah, 6. Let's make it 7 hours. What the hell? So 7 hours, 7-hour trek, and we leave shortly, or afternoon, maybe at around 1 p.m. So we should be in Albridge in the evening. However, since because of the season, it will probably be dark already, so it'll get dark in the afternoon. And just to keep things interesting, let's make a weather roll. And the lower the number, the worse the weather. So please, again, give me a good roll. And the weather is, yes, 6. So we have the finest weather we could ask for this trek. It is as if the weather god smiled down on us. So it is a warm late summer day. The sky is blue and clear. There's only a very light breeze, and it is just the perfect weather, as if the weather gods wanted us to leave. So such perfect weather it is. So yeah, everybody packed up their things, and we make for Albridge. I was just reminded of Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, which I watched yesterday. And when there was this phrase, by order of the king, the city must empty. We make for Helm's Deep. So this is a little how I feel now. So the community, or the village must empty. We make for Albridge. Take only what you need. And yeah, we head for Albridge. All right, so what did I say? 7-hour trip. Okay, so let's make 2 encounter rolls. And if I roll a 1 on a d6, and I use red d6 because red is always danger, enemies, and not good things. If I roll a 1, an encounter occurs. No, thank you. All right, so yeah, so we make for Albridge, and it's a 7-hour trip, so it's getting dark in the late afternoon, early evening, and we arrive at the village of Albridge. And yeah, so let's take a look here at the map. So we will come from out of these. So we will arrive someplace here. We come out of this direction. These are just light woods. So we indeed all meet up at Grimath Stables. And yeah, so we are greeted by Dar Grimath, and I recount the events. So I tell him that I was sadly, at least not yet, able to defeat the Bullywugs, that I barely escaped with my life, that we sadly lost Brent Thorson and everything that was going on. I recount to him, but nevertheless, I also report that we killed another Iron Circle patrol, and that now, as all the people of Torshold are here, yeah, they're willing to take up arms to join the rebellion, to end the Iron Circle threat, so that we can then deal with the Bullywugs. And yeah, so since they had to leave their home anyways, that's what what's going on. All right, so Dar Grimath, he is, of course, yeah, overjoyed would be the wrong word, because these are dire circumstances. But he's relieved that that I am back. He's relieved that that they made it here, and now he starts to organize things. So he starts to yeah, distribute the people to homesteaders and friends and rebels that he knows, so that they are put up. He takes care for the animals that they took with. Maybe they had like a packing horse or a muley or whatever. So they get settled in, and while Dar Grimath's people settle in, the people from Torshold, he will sit down with the let's call him Klaas Thorson, the second son of the Thorsons, who is now, yeah, the community leader. And they go inside. I'll go with them, and he explains his plan. So his plan actually is to cause even more trouble, to waylay Iron Circle caravans, to pick fights with Iron Circle patrols, because his strategy is to draw Nazim Redthorn out of his keep, to draw him out in the open, to then try to defeat him while having the advantage of terrain on his side. So this is basically his plan. Let's see what the adventure says. So here it says, Dargrammath believes that the only way to beat the Iron Circle is to bait Nazin Redthorn into marching out of his keep to fight a major battle. To convince Nazin that the rebellion must be crushed, he needs the adventurers to raid and harass Iron Circle supply lines and patrols throughout Harkenwold. Okay, but he also needs more allies. So his plan is to send somebody to the campsite of the Woodsinger elves, which are camped here in the southern or south of Harken, in the Harken forest, which is pretty far away actually from Albridge. But he needs someone to go there to plead our cause and to try to get the Woodsinger elves also on our side to drive out the invaders, to rally with us. And guess who that someone is going to be? It's going to be me. Yeah. All right, so I tell him that I'm not really, I'm not really in such a good shape at the moment. I was also seriously injured, and I am still healing. I'm not up for this journey quite at the moment, or yet. Please, I need 2 more days of rest to heal and recuperate, and to get my bearings and to gather my supplies. But then I'm more than happy and willing to head south to try to get the Woodsinger elves on our side. Yeah, all right, no problem. So we stay calm, and let's just hope that in those 2 days there won't be more trouble here. All right. So I heal, or try to heal, for 2 more days. Once again, if I roll a 1, there will be trouble. I'm rolling once for each day, but there will only be trouble once. So if I roll 2 ones, it'll still be only 1 encounter or 1 incident. Oh, and of course there is an incident. All right, let's see if the first or second day of my rest. Thanks, the second day. All right, so I regained 3 more points of strength, so I'm at 8 points of strength from my total of 9, which is pretty good. My hit protection is back to 13, of course. It regenerates quickly. I got my 3 gold. So yeah, as I am on the second day, almost ready, I start I take some light walks in the village, as then suddenly a villager runs up to me. Vincent, trouble is brewing already again. A group of Iron Circle soldiers. They've just entered a tavern here. This tavern right here. Wait, there's White Mercantile. Where is it? Old Tower. Population. Germath Stable. Mallard Inn. Yeah, the Mallard Inn. Alright, so number 6 is the Mallard Inn, which is this building right here. So I'm put up here. So I go for a light walk here around. So as a villager approaches me, this small inn and tap house is owned by Oneth, an older half-elf man nearing retirement. Oneth is a good-hearted soul, but he's fretful, forgetful, and incompetent. Most importantly, he can't keep a secret, so the resistance leaders are careful about what they say around him. Room and board at the Mallard costs 5 silver pieces per night. Alright. So, yeah, quick. There's a group of soldiers at the Mallard Inn, and I don't know if Oneth if he can keep his mouth shut, maybe he tells them about the people from Torsholt that are here, and also these soldiers, they're harassing the people, and I think some of them are also stealing stuff from the stables. It's only a small group. You gotta please come. All right, so yeah, I get my gear ready, but not my travel gear, so I only take longsword, dagger, my adventurer's belt, never leave home without it, and my breastplate, and I head to the Mallard Inn. So this will be one of the encounters described here, which I only here, Tavern Brawl. Encounter 2E2 Tavern Brawl. All right. So, when the adventurers, or the adventurer in this case, enter the tavern, read. This small tavern is occupied by a band of 5 human soldiers wearing black cloaks with a gray circle device. All right, 5, let's make it 4. Make it 4. I mean, I did pretty well against the other ones with my Freyed Eye, so let's make it 4. Maybe they're not that well armored, so make it 4. 4 human soldiers wear black cloaks and gray circle device. They are loudly harassing the taverner and the barmaid. Several other patrons, common Harkenwolders by their appearance, keep their heads down and try not to catch the soldiers' notice. "Now who the devil do you think you are?" one of the soldiers snarls when he sees you. "No one in this miserable town's allowed to carry arms. Set him down if you know what's good for you." All right, so this is the encounter map, but we will improvise it a little. I could, again, use this book, but I don't know. I feel the need to also showcase my great acrylic sheet once more, so so that you can see how practical it is indeed. So let's draw a tavern. So this will be the common room, and there's the stables. So there's a double door here leading into the stables, and this is a door leading into the common room. Here are some windows, and those stables are fenced and they have a roof, but they're not completely closed. And I said there are 4, so we have these. And this will be this. So this is these. This little collection. So these are the brigands or thugs. They're only lightly armored, and this is their leader. He wears leather armor, and they only have padded armor, I guess. But yeah, it does make a difference. It will be an armor rating of 1, and they got 2 weapons. All right, so we'll see how this goes. Yeah, but the tavern is not done yet. So here we have the bar with some bar stools. We'll make them round. One is over here. And we got some small tables with chairs. So those of you that are wondering what I'm doing here and that are new to the channel, this is a Chessex battle mat, standard Chessex battle mat, but I have it underneath an acrylic, a large acrylic plastic sheet, clear acrylic that I got from Amazon. And this has the advantage that you can write on it with a standard wet erase marker. And also if you use printed maps for like miniature skirmishes, you can put them underneath and they're nice and flat. And if you would spill a drink, you don't ruin your map. And yeah, the minis, they stand perfectly stable on the surface. And as you will see after the encounter, it is wiped clean without any residue within seconds. So this was one of the best gaming investments actually that I made to get this acrylic sheet. And actually I got two of them. We use one in my gaming group where we meet and play in person. Like I got a gaming group where we at the moment play an Imperial Assault campaign, so something completely different. But there, of course, so we don't need the sheet, but we already have one there if we need one. So and just for fluff, let's put a horse here in the stable. All right, so there's a horse. And now I need to get some standees. So there on this at this table, zack, bop, and I enter here. All right, so just one more thing, a little off-topic remark. If I play solo without my camera, if I don't play to create content for YouTube, I'm usually not that elaborate. Sometimes, like I introduced, I just use generic pawns because I don't want to spend much time looking for them. And I also, sometimes I'm just at the living room table with my mobile gaming kit, not in my gaming den, so where I pack everything up. So I noticed that because I'm doing YouTube videos now, that my own solo RPG also, I would not say evolved, but it has become more elaborate, which is also a lot of fun, which means I use a lot of bells and whistles that I wouldn't use if I played just for myself, just for the story, which is of course good because over the years I bought all this stuff and now I finally get a chance to use it. So yeah, like I said, I'm doing this. I'm closer to 50 now than I am to 40. I have to admit, sadly, and I'm doing this for 35, 36 years now. This role-playing, tabletop board gaming stuff. So of course I didn't buy all this stuff at once, but it accumulated over the years. You probably know how it is. So I got a bunch of stuff now, and now I finally get a chance to use it. Not all, but a lot of it. So this is also one of the benefits of actually creating YouTube content. So, but back to the game at hand. Yeah, so I enter the tavern and they shout at me, "Lay down your weapons if you know what is good for you." And I assume a firm stance and I just say, "If you want my weapons, come and try to take them from me, you scum." And with these words, I spit at their feet and assume a combat stance. I'm really feeling confident now because I'm well rested and because I always was already victorious. Oh, this is the window actually, so I'm entering from the door here. Yeah, so I'm very confident that that I can beat these guys. So let's see. So let's just call these thugs, and this is the captain. So they are called T1. No, I make it here, so they're just thugs. All right, so thugs, they're level 2, so they have a hit protection of 5. Damage reduction of 1. And they have a short sword and dagger, so they deal d6 plus d6. And I'll give him a standard average strength of 10. And regarding hit protection, like I said, I read an article online and it says, like, as a conversion guideline, humanoid enemies, they start with 3 hit protection and then you add 1 point for every hit die or level. So if they are level 2, but I know Cairn does not use levels, but if you want to, like in a power level sense, so they're not that powerful, it is 3 plus 2, so this is how I get to 5. And the captain, he is level 3, so he's got a hit protection of 6, but he also got a damage reduction of 1 because he's got leather armor, and I see a dagger in his hand, and yeah, let's just say he's got the same arms, so he also deals d6 plus d6. So that's a lot of d6s coming my way. Oh, and of course his strength. He does not look very tough. He's looks like more of the agility kind of guy. So he's also got strength 10, which is like the baseline for non-commoners fighting men, I would say, or women. All right, so yeah. So I just told him confidently, if you want it, you get it, my weapons, and assume the combat stance. And he says, all right, men, get it, get him. So let's see if I can act, hopefully. You know what? Fuck it. Excuse my language. I'll give myself advantage because it's cinematic, because they're at the table, I confronted them, and of course I can act. So maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I only need to make a save if there's some form of surprise. So if you think I do it wrong with Cairn rules, please let me know in the comments. And 6, yes, I can use the 6 so I can act. So yeah, while they before they can even get up, I make a step forward and yeah, attack this guy with my 2 weapons while he's still sitting at the table. 7, yes, 7 and 2. 7 is the number I use. So damage reduction 1 is 6, takes his hit protection down to 0 and 1 point of strength damage. So this is where my red dice come in handy. So and I make, or he has to make, a critical damage save that he hopefully fails, and if not, I still got my fray die. And he failed. So that was quick. So yeah, I moved up and yeah, kill him outright. So but now I can't use my fray die because I'm not in melee range. And yes, I know if he takes critical damage and fails to save, he's not really dead. He's out of the combat and will die if not tended to. But I don't think anybody will tend to him, at least I don't, and his people are occupied, and after the fight we will leave none alive. So yeah, I just take him out. It's also more cinematic. But now it's their turn, and now they can rush me, and they will. So they can reach me. So this guy, he goes 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's not really necessary because, like I said, I don't use attacks of opportunity here. So, and this guy cinematically jumps over the table and kicks away the chair and also approaches me. So now I got 66 of damage coming at me, but I only use the highest one. So that's 3, that is 4, that is 5. And that is 66 of damage. So I'm guessing I will take 6 damage, which is reduced to 4. Oh yeah, I was just about to be very happy, but of course the odds are the odds, and so I take 6 points of damage, reduced by 2 to 4. Brings my hit protection down to 9. Oh, okay, maybe I was overconfident, but now it's my turn again, so they all acted, and now it's me, and now I can also use my Frayed Eye. So I'm pretty confident I will just, take out the next guy here, and use Longsword and Dagger. Yes, 5 points. Of course, this is 4, which is, he's got 4 points of hit protection damage, meaning he's got 1 point of hit protection left. All right, but now I get to use my Frayed Eye, which is an D6, which gives me an additional chance to deal damage. Nothing to do with attacks. And yes, that's good. That is a 5, reduced by 1 to 4, meaning 1 last point of hit protection and 6 points. So it's 5 is reduced to 4. So he takes the last point of hit protection and then 3 points of strength damage. So 3 points of strength damage, which means critical damage save. And he fails. 15. Would have failed anyways, even with his full strength of 10. So I kill this guy. I used my Frayed Eye, so that was my turn. So now I got 46 of damage coming in. 2d6, 2d6. Use the highest one. Ha ha ha! 3 is reduced by 2 to 1, which is only 1 point of hit protection damage. I got 8 left, so now we're getting someplace. So yeah, I parry the blows and dodge them, sidestep them. So we are locked in a deadly blade dance, if you will. And now I focus on this guy with my 2 weapons. 4 minus 1 is 3. So he takes 3 points of hit protection damage, 2 points left. Now it's Frayed Eye time, also against him. Frayed Eye of 5 reduced by 1 is 4 points. So his hit protection, he's got 2 points left, so that is 2 points hit protection and 2 points of strength. So again, triggering a critical damage save. 2 points of strength. Critical damage save. Let's see. Nine. but he took 2 points, so his strength is 8, so he failed. Dead. But that's me. Now this guy, 2d6 of damage coming in. 4. Reduced by 2 to 2. 2 points of hit protection damage. I am at 6. Now with 13 hit protection and the Frey die, I feel pretty confident. But I don't want to get rid of the Frey die yet, because otherwise I'm too overconfident and too cocky, and then it all goes down the drain again. So I'll keep it for now, but I will evaluate it after every session. So now I am dueling with the captain. And deal 5 points of damage, reduced by 1 to 4. So he has got 2 points of hit protection left. And now the Frey die. Ha, 6. Reduced by 1 to 5. So that is 2 and 3. So he's got a strength of 7 and makes his save. Yes, he makes it. Alright, so now he gets to attack. He grits his teeth, he's wounded. 3 minus 2 is 1. 5 points of hit protection. Alright, now I feel very, very confident, because it's my turn now. He's hurting. And I take a step back and raise my weapons in a challenging pose. You should have gotten out of here while you had your chance, I say. And with this, I attack. 5. That is 4. That is 3 points of strength. And let's see, maybe he is lucky. No, he isn't. Alright, so I make quick work of him. And I look around them. And I look to the innkeep or barkeep. Sorry about the mess. I will get them out of here soon. And the bartender, he just looks at me. Yeah. Thank God. Whew, nobody got hurt. All right. So I think at this point we will conclude the session for tonight. But what I said, I want to show you now how easy this thing is to clean up. So what I always keep handy is just a small bottle of water, just normal water from the faucet, and I have this microfiber cloth, and I just use a little bit of water, and then I can just wipe it all clean, and there's enough cloth left there to dry it. And see, as if nothing happened. And because you don't fold anything, you also don't have any residue in cracks or folding lines or whatever. So pretty useful accessory this is. Alright, so this will conclude the session for tonight. As you can hear from my voice, I'm feeling already much better. So thanks again for joining me. And as always, my usual plea, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. I really like to see those numbers go up, and I want this channel to grow into something. And so I would be very happy if you subscribe. And please also let me know in the comments, should I keep the Frey die or not? Is it too powerful? Is it overkill? What do you think of, or am I doing the combat or the initiative with the dex save? Am I doing it wrong? Is it only if I'm surprised? So from what I read, I think you always got to do it, but I'm not sure. So please let me know and stay tuned. Yeah, as always, stay safe and stay healthy. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.